Hey YouTubers, got a really cool product for you today. So I was on the old interweb searching on Amazon and I happened to run across a company I'd never even heard of before. It's called ActuEgo. I hope I'm saying that right. I've butchered it 3 or 4 times and I'm not even going to try anymore. Anyways, what this product is a 30-watt foldable solar panel that is waterproof, and it has grommets on all 4 corners so you can hook this thing to a backpack. So I just wanted to show it to you. And a lot of times when you get stuff on Amazon, you don't know what to expect. You know, you don't know if it's going to be a piece of junk or if it's going to actually be a decent product or not. And so I was a little worried when I seen the packaging. It's just plain cardboard packaging with just a plain label. And then I pulled the solar panel out and I was like, that's actually really nice. And you can tell that it's high quality. They didn't spend a whole lot of money on packaging, which I'm totally fine with. I'd rather them put the money in the product. So the first thing that I noticed when I pulled it out of the package, you can tell the fit and finish on this is really nice. It has a nice fabric on the outside layer of the solar panel in the pouch. And you can see that they went the extra mile and they've got like waterproof zippers. This thing is IP65 waterproof rated, and not only does it have 1 zipper, but it has 2. And the pouch is really nice. I mean, it's made out of a nice fabric. Now the manual is just very basic. I wouldn't expect much just because it doesn't need to be much. It's just a solar panel. But you can see right here that it comes with 10 barrel adapters. So this will fit most of your power stations. Now you might end up with one that, you know, it won't fit, and I'll show you the solution to that here in just a few minutes. But it does come with these 10. And then it comes with an extension cord. You can take and plug this in, and then you'll plug your barrel adapters into this, and that's where this would plug into your portable power station. Or if you want to use another adapter that I'm going to show you here in a second, you can plug it into some other power stations that don't use barrel adapters. Or if you want to plug this into a power bank or a tablet or a phone, you can do that. You can charge pretty much anything with this solar panel. And then right in here, there is a USB-C port there in the middle. So you've got just a standard, you know, USB-C phone charger. You can plug that in right in here. And now you can charge your phone. And then right beside it, there is a standard USB port, and you can plug in all different types of devices, from phones to power banks and things like that. And so this gives you 3 different ports there to charge different devices. And so I think it's a really neat tool. This thing's got like a 2-year warranty on it, and it's about $80-something. So the way that I'm going to be testing this today is I'm going to use this 6-in-1 adapter, and it's going to be terminating down here into these MC4 connectors. And then over here I've got a Elojoy solar panel multimeter, and this is just a tester. And what you do with this is you can plug these MC4 connectors into this right in here, just like that. And then we'll take it outside and I'll mash the button and it'll turn on, and it'll tell me how much wattage that this panel is putting out. So that's how we're going to test it today. And these things are pretty accurate. They seem to work good. I've got 2 of these and I've been pretty impressed with them so far. They're fast and they're pretty accurate. So anyways, if you want to use this adapter, I'll put a link for it down in the description. I am an Amazon affiliate, so any of these products that you might be interested in, like I said, I've got them all down below in the description. I've got a link to it, and we do get just a tiny little bit of commission. But you know, any of these products that I put on my channel, you know, if I review it and I give it a good review and I suggest it to you, you know it's a good product, and then I have used it and I am testing it, and to let you know that it is what it says that it is. So appreciate you watching the review and all that, and all the support I've been getting. And make sure you give this video a like if it's been helpful to you. All right, so before we do our testing and stuff outside, I just wanted to show you how this thing is meant to be used. And that is, you know, you can hook it to anything really, because you've got these grommets with the carabiners on each corner, but in the description it shows it being used on the back of a backpack. And since we're preppers, we're not much of hikers because I'm fat and I'm not going to be doing a whole lot of hiking, but you know, I do have a lot of prepping backpacks and things like that. I thought, you know, hey, in an emergency, this thing would be really awesome to you know, just keep on the back of your backpack. And you can see right there that it just lays right over top of it. And I haven't fastened the bottom of it. I just left it kind of dangling. But you know, if you wanted to take this thing and hook it around a tree, it would come in really handy doing that as well. Or you can hook it to the side of a tent, or just anywhere you can hook it with those carabiners and get some good sun. It's going to work. Anyways, we're going to take it outside and we're going to test and see how much power this thing is putting out. So I showed you guys this solar panel hooked on the back of a backpack. So if you don't want to hook it on to anything, it comes with this little leg here in the middle, and it's flexible to where you can adjust the angle. So, you know, obviously in the summertime when the sun's up high, then you want to kind of keep it more flat, but in the wintertime, you know, you want to give it more of an angle depending on where you're at, and you'll have to play around with the angle to see what gives you the most wattage. But you know, I just thought it was really cool having this little kickstand on such a little bitty panel like that. It comes in really handy. And so anyways, as you can see, I've got this little 6-in-1 adapter plugged in, and I've got it zipped up around it. So you know, if you do have this plugged in, you know, water ain't going to get in to that little box back in there and get in there, because you've got this little waterproof zipper all the way around it, and the connectors there on the bottom. And then with this lean back, you know, there's no way water is going to get in there. So I thought that was a pretty cool feature. So anyways, we're going to get this pointed in the right direction, and we're going to test it out and see how much wattage this thing puts out. So you can see I've got the solar panel set up here just on the back of the Jeep Gladiator, and I went ahead and did a test, and I gotta say this thing put out 11 watts. And the reason I only put 11 watts is because you can see right here on this side of the panel, it's shaded in and it's not getting full sun. And so half the panel is getting a little shade from that tree behind you. If you turn around and look, you can see that there is some shade from that tree. But I'll go ahead and show you. Let me retest it right here, because the clouds do move around, so the wattage does change. Right now it's putting out 10.57 watts, and you can see it right there on the very top. And that's pretty good. I mean, it's putting out a third of its rated capacity, but it's also late in the afternoon, and you can see that there's a lot of shade. Now we're going to try to find a sunnier area to test it in and see if we can get some more wattage out of it. All right, so I'm really impressed. I found a spot here in the yard where I'm getting direct sun. I did a test on it, and it's at 27.56 watts. Don't know how well you guys can see it. 27.01 watts, 26.81. I mean, it's jumping up there, but it's about 26 watts, and this thing's rated for 30 watts. And like I said, keep in mind, it's late in the day, and I just stuck it up there. I could probably play around with it more and probably get 30 watts out of it. You know, this is just my first try and got that much wattage with it. So, gotta say, I'm really impressed with it. It puts out what it says it can put out. And let's test it again. It's putting out 27.6 watts right now. Pretty amazing, pretty amazing. All right, so you guys seen that this thing put out some awesome wattage, and I'm very impressed with it. And so I wanted to get you guys some measurements on it, and from side to side, it's going to measure right at 14 inches. And then this way here, it's going to measure 7 3/8. And then with the pouch, it's going to be about 2 1/4, depending on how high you've got this thing packed full of stuff. You know, it can vary just a little bit. It's 22 5/8. So if you're going to be using this on the back of a backpack, I do want to point out it does weigh 2.4 pounds, so it's not super heavy, but I'm sure if you're doing a long hike, you'll know at the end of the day that it's there. But you know, it could, you know, get you out of a bind. You know, if you need a way to charge your phone, or a flashlight, or a power station, or a power bank, or just pretty much anything. Another thing too is, let's say you're at a sporting event, fan, and you could plug it in here and charge the fan with the 30 watts of power that this thing's putting into it, and be nice and cool. Now just depends on whatever little fan you're going to use, depending on if it'll work. But if it don't put out very much wattage, I don't see why you couldn't hook a fan into it and just harness the power of the sun and have a little fan blowing on you. So I thought that would be pretty useful too. But like I said, if you're a prepper or a camper, backpacker, this is something you might want to consider getting. And lastly, I just wanted to touch on this. This is a mono panel, but it does have like 6 different layers of thickness. And so this first layer, the outer layer, is going to be the fabric, and then you're going to have some inner layers, and then that top layer is going to be an ETFE layer. And so it is not going to be like a smooth panel, it's textured. So I do like that. If you're using it outside, I have had some smooth solar panels that were flexible and portable, and they got scratched up real easy. So I didn't really like the real slick ones and the real smooth ones. They just seem to get scratched up. So with this, and it being textured, and it has more of a rough surface to it, I like that, because I don't think you're going to be able to scratch it up like you could those smooth solar panels. So that is a plus in my book. This thing does have a 2-year warranty, and it's on Amazon right now for like $89. So it is a little bit of money, but not a whole lot of money if you're needing a panel to charge up your devices, or for an emergency, it could help get you out of a bind, like I said. So anyways, appreciate you guys watching this video. Hope it helped you out and brought you another product that you might be interested in. Some of you might like it, some of you might not. But I know it's not going to be for everybody, but if you need a product like this, I can say that I tested it, and it does put out good wattage. And this is a cool company, ActuEgo. It's kind of a hard name to say, but they got some good products. So anyways, if you're interested in this 6-in-1 adapter, like I said, I'll put it in the description. I didn't have any problems with it. It seemed to work fine. I was able to use this one to test it, and it put out good power. Now this cable here is good for up to 100 watts, so you want to keep that in mind. And then also, if you are looking for a solar panel multimeter, this is just a quick and easy way to test a solar panel. You just plug your panel into the MC4 connectors and mash the tester button down there, and it tells you your wattage and all the other information that you would need for testing your solar panels. So I'll put that in the description as well. So anyways, thanks for all your support. Make sure you give me a like if this video helps you out, and until next time, guys, see ya.